The conversation back in the beginning of July, when we signed that memorandum of agreement, was that the hydrological analysis would be done by Jones Street. They had a question because of the fact that the invert and the outlet, which Greg explained, the difference in that causes the model to not produce reasonable results. So on the 15th, it said that they could do it up to a certain point, which would be, Mr. Blaze?
The downstream defender, I think it was drain manhole 8 on their plan.
Right. Where the downstream defender goes into manhole 8, that's where their analysis would stop, because from that point on, the change in elevation between the downstream defender and the river would cause the modeling, the computer modeling, to not produce an accurate result. So the comments that Mr. Andronico made, that they don't have to do it at all, is inaccurate.
I'd like to, if I could, refer to the drainage report that was filed in the beginning of this case.
Whose drainage report, Mr.?
This is the applicant's drainage report.
Okay.
This is the report that was done in 2014. And on their study, they say that they look at the flow of the water between different points. And the one where the arrow says downstream defender unit to outlet. So that would be from the defender to the river. And it says that 21.29 cubic feet per second come into that downstream defender, and only 6.23 cubic feet per second can go out. And that indicates that the water can't get into the river from that downstream defender in the 10-year storm. So where does it go? It goes into the parking lot. It comes up out of the catch basins and floods the parking lot. That's why that's happening. And in that report, the engineer says pipes downstream from DMH5 are limited to 18-inch size due to limitation of cover over the pipe. Well, if that's so, they could have multiple 18-inch pipes that would increase that cubic feet per second by multiples of 6.23. So I think that's an important thing for the hydrological study to look at. Also in the report, on the last page, it talks about what the site consists of, and it has 2.39 acres of paved parking and 1.13 acres of roofs. So that roof water doesn't have to go into the town drain that doesn't work. That roof water is clean. It could go down directly into the river. So that would eliminate all the roof runoff not going into the parking lot. The parking lot itself could be drained easily in the slope that they have with pipes that don't go into the town drain. So this needs to be looked at. I just would like to see the hydrological study take that into consideration.
Thank you, Mr. Clem.